go over all the rules, and if I don't mention a rule, please remind me, and we'll talk over it. So all volleyball rules apply, okay, except for few that we want to implement here, just because everyone is at different levels, and not everyone is like good or bad, or everyone has their level, okay? So first I want to talk about serving, right? So you can serve however you want to, top or bottom, whatever. We'll call the foot faults on the line. So you can't be touching the line while you're like serving it. Okay, so we'll call that. On receives. So serving, you can receive it, but it has to be clean, no doubles on the receive. Okay, so you can't be like hit and then hit your face or up. You can't do that. It has to be clean. It can be open hand, like this, or it can be a bump. Okay, so we're good on both. Let's talk about.
I have a question. So on the serve, open hand,
it's
you
fine.
cannot double it?
Huh?
You can
You
double.
cannot call it double?
No, only when it hits your body.
Oh,
Twice.
okay.
That's done.
Yeah. Okay.
So
Yeah. Okay. So let's talk about. So we talk about serving. We talk about receiving. One thing on the receive. Let's say it's a hard hit from the other team. It can be a double. Let's say it hits your arms and then your body and up. That's fine, but only on the first one. Okay, not on the second one. Cool. So that's fine. But let's say it's like a ball like this. That's not hard. So don't even ask for it. Okay. So that's not gonna. So double on that will count for sure.
And that's the discretion of your ref, you guys. So
Yeah.
what they call it to be.
Okay. Yeah. So it's very subjective. So that's what they think is hard hit. Okay. Let them call it. Don't stop play until the point is over. Then you can argue about the point. But don't stop during, because then you have to do a redo and the whole crap, you know. Okay. So let's talk about doubles. Okay. So one we talked about already, hard hits. Okay, and receives. Okay, it could be a potential double. That's fine. Let's say the other team is hitting and you block. Okay, so if you went for a block, really a block, hits you, you can like get it again. That's fine. That's double is fine. Okay. Even let's say the other person trying to like like knuckleball, like knuckle it or tip it, and you're still going for a block, it's fine. Okay. But you can't just like if somebody tips, you can't just go double like that. Okay, or whatever.
So essentially, for a block, you do have to be on the net for it to be considered a block. Hands have to be up and on the net. Otherwise, it's not a block. We're not going to count it as first contact.
Yeah. Okay. What else? Any questions? Am I forgetting something?
set over.
Oh yeah. So no open hand set over, right? So even if you do accidentally, it still doesn't count. Okay. It has to be a set to your own team. If you set over, it's like it's a foul, right? So other team gets the point, and you can't tip over. It has to be a hit. You have to swing, okay? So if you're doing this, that's a tip over, right?
But our rolls.
Yeah, roll is fine because there you go. So that is fine, right? If you're actually like swinging at it, but you do like this, that's still fine because you're swinging, right? But you can't just like do this crap.
Place it.
Where you're
You know?
trying to
Can't
Yeah,
place it.
don't tip it.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, no double hand either. Okay.
Not like that.
Yep. Nope. Not like that either. Okay. Other questions?
when it comes to setting up.
Oh yeah. So setting, right? So we don't care about rotations on the setting. So if it's like this, it's fine. But it can't be like, it can't be like a. If they can see the double. So if it's like a double and they can hear the double, again subjective, right? They will call it, right? But it's fine to have rotations on the ball. Forward rotation or sideways is fine, but you can't be like, like that.
Yeah.
That for sure is a double, right? So that's for setting, no setting over, obviously. Also, I know it's like sand volleyball, you get more time when you're setting. So you can do this, right? But you're not allowed to do this. Okay, so
Why not? It's clean.
So the rule that I told the refs is 1001. If in their head they can do 1001 and the release is off for that, it's a carry. Okay, cool.
I do have a question
Yeah.
to the last topic, the tip over.
Yeah.
I believe in the past it was no like open hand tip over, but if it was like a knuckle, it was
Knuckle
allowed.
is fine.
Just
Knuckle
no
is fine.
open fingertips, you guys.
That's what I okay.
Yeah, so we can do
Just
this
wanted to
one,
reiterate.
but we can if you have a knuckle, you're good. Even like a backhand one is fine, right? But not forehand like this, yeah.
Clark, I have a question. I don't know if we went over it. I'm sorry, but I know you said playing about the switching is.
We're gonna go over that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But can the back row switch to the front row to attack? or
I'm
no?
gonna go over that. I'm gonna go over that. Okay. So we can do it right now. So
Harp, he has a question.
On the block, can we direct the block? So like you're blocking and you like, throw it.
that I think that would be considered like a tip-in over, right? You can go block and like clean block it, right? But you can't just go and like do this because that's considered like a setting over, right? For tipping over. Yeah. We just have to do that.
Yeah, as long as you're pressing over, like as the block is going, it's fine. But if
Okay.
you're switching it around
But
like
if
that,
it's like a
Yeah.
push, but not like a
The redirect
catch
is
and throw.
what
yeah, it has
Let me
to be
let me go over
blocked.
her query first, and then we'll go over. Yeah. Your query was the switching.
Yeah,
The
back
rotation.
row.
Oh yeah,
Back
so the
row, front
rotations,
row.
right? So the 10-foot line is in effect, right? So if you're playing back row, then you know you have to jump before that 10-foot line if you want to hit. And remember, if you're back row, you can't just cross the line and start jumping. You can't jump after you cross it. You can jump before the 10-foot line if you're back row, but not in the front. Okay? So because we're fives, it's kind of hard to do it. So we decided that if you're playing back row, you have to play back row. You can't switch like, hey ref, we're gonna go front and now we're gonna go back. You have to be like, hey, we're gonna have 3 in the back or 2 in the back. You have to tell the ref before the set. Okay, after the set, like the next game you're gonna play, you can change it up. Who cares, right? But you have to play consistently. If you're back row or front row, you can have 2 up or 3 up. Okay, and that person has to stay that. There's only like 15 points, right?
Only 50.
15 points. So, also on that, 8 points switch. Okay, first team to 8, you switch. Yeah?
What about the hitter and the center?
Huh?
The hitter and the center. And then they switch.
Yes. Oh, next one. So yes. So you have to be in your natural rotation before you switch, right?
Sorry.
Let's say I'm the setter, right? But I'm not playing in the middle of the net. I'm like over here. That's my natural rotation. I have to start from here. Like I don't literally go there. I can like stand next to like the person like this in the middle, right? And I can switch right after the serve. But after the serve, not before the serve. You have to respect the rotation. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Okay, and you can't, back row can come in the front too to set whatever. It doesn't matter. Remember, no jumping. So if you're setter and you can't, set without jumping, too bad. You just can't jump in the front. We just have to keep that consistent, right? Is that missing something?
Is there anything we missed?
Any questions?
You're calling lifts, right? It's just
Yes,
looking
lift for
smack.
sure. Oh, yeah, let me call that. So if you're doing this, lift, right? But if the ball comes to you and it's this, if it's a clean contact and we can hear it, it's good. But you can't just like do this. Even one hand, you can't do this. But if you go hand and just like,
Slap it.
slap it, it's fine.
Again, discretion of your ref when they see.
Yeah.
It's their call.
So it's very subjective and they can hear everything, right? We good on that rule? Yeah? No carries.
Then if it's overpassing the center, can we still hit over that?
Yeah, not on the serve, but you can hit it. Yeah. Right? That you can't like block the serve, right? And you can't like smash the serve set over, right? That's the rule.
I think he's saying like if the setter on the other team sets it and he can reach it as the hitter from the opposite team.
It would count as a set over anyway.
I mean, it's going over anyways. It's gonna be a foul. If you hit it, it goes down. It's still a point. It's point to your team anyway.
It's a
Just
point
like-
either way. Yeah, if it's an overpass, you can't cross the plane over.
Wait, what?
Like on the first ball, when you pass and it's about to overpass, can the opposing team just go ahead and
I'll go over that. Okay, that's a good one. So, let's say the setter is setting, and you just like go over, just make that umbrella shit on top. You can't do that, right? You gotta give the setter a chance to set. That's blocking and attacking play. So you can't do that, right?
Okay.
But let's say there's no setter around that area, then you can just go and like block it or like hit it. But if the setter's trying to set, you can't just like do this shit.
Did that answer your question, Maria?
Well, you still have to stay on your side of the net.
No reaching.
Yeah, no reach overs. Yeah, no reach overs. Yeah,
No reach overs.
yeah. Cool.
Next comment.
What's up?
I just want to clarify because Vicky said anything that's passed over is a foul. If it's bumped over, that's
No,
fine.
no, no.
right?
Open hand set.
Just
Open it, yeah.
Okay, I just
When
want to
the
clarify,
setter,
that's all.
when the setter is setting, anything over accidental, whatever you want to call it, doesn't count. Okay. Any other questions?
Lauren's got it.
I already think I know the answer, but the block does not count as one, right?
It's yeah. So
It's separate, and
yeah,
then you
so-
start over 1, 2, 3.
that was one of our double rules, right? So if you block it, you have to be actually blocking, right?
Yeah.
And it has to be near the net. It can't be like, hey, I blocked it from like 3 feet away because you're short like me. It doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
So you have to be on the net, and then you can get it again. Okay?
Then you get 3 hits after it's blocked.
Yeah. So the first hit can be double if it's a block. Any questions? Other questions?
You know, when receiving the ball, if you're out of position, do you have to hit it over then switch positions? Like if I'm a setter but I'm on the right hand side.
We will do this, right? When the serve is served, right? Let's say the ball, somebody served from the other side, and they already served, right? The ball has left from their side.
Yeah.
You can switch at that point.
At the point
Yeah.
of contact.
So we'll
the
keep
point
it
of
like
contact.
clean in that sense, right?
Did everybody get that? So on the minute of the serve, the contact of the ball, you can switch positions. The
So
point
you
of
can,
contact.
yeah, you can listen for it or whatever, but as soon as they hit it from the other side, you can just go back to whatever position you want to. The rule is mainly for the setter. That's the biggest problem with the blockers, because they like to stay in like the middle position. So that's not gonna happen, right? So
And just to clarify, you guys, that doesn't mean if someone's jump serving and they're throwing it at 20 feet in the air that you move on that point. It's the point of contact from the serve.
yeah,
Not 20 feet in the air of that, and that you move.
yeah, just listen to it, right? So that's what the ref is doing too. They're listening.
I've seen a couple of these happen.
Any questions?
Come on.
Go on. God.
It's gonna go straight to 15 or win by 2.
No,
No, win by
straight,
two.
straight
We
to
put it on
15.
the rules. No
Win
Oh,
by two.
and we
Win by two
switch
is in
at 8.
playoffs.
Switch at 8. First to 8, you switch the side of the court. Yeah.
The first
And-
team to 15 wins.
Win.
And when you do switch, you have to maintain your rotation.
Okay.
You can't be like, oh, I was like serving, right? And then the other side, you go serve again. You can't do that, right?
Right.
Unless you were serving already, that's fine.
Yeah.
But you can't like have like a best setter or hitter. You can't like reset your rotations. Yeah. So if you do, we'll tell you kindly in a redo, and then we'll do penalties, right? So let's go over the penalties now. So listen carefully.
Listen up.
So you talk shit to the ref. Ref gives you strike 1. Then strike 2. Then strike 3. You start losing point at strike 3. 1 point. Strike 4 is 2 point. And then 1, 2, 3 will
No,
increase.
and then after you've lost 2 points, if you are still disrupting the ref, your team forfeits.
You're done.
That includes stopping the game before the ref does, right?
I think it's just obvious when people are being mean to the ref. Right? Just think about
Just
that.
don't be a shithead.
Hey, there you go.
Like-
That's the best answer right there. Just don't be a shithead. Right? You can have a legitimate concern. And if you have a concern, you need to escalate it to your captain. The captain can choose to do a timeout or just dispute real quick and ask a question to the ref. I only want captains talking to refs. Okay?
No yelling
Keep
at each
our
other
chain of
either.
command.
And
And absolutely no players are allowed to talk to each other. You can talk to your own team. You can talk to your captain. You are not allowed. I don't want to hear that shit. Okay?
Yeah, no shit
Everyone
talking.
Focus. Just stay on body. Okay?
you can
That
have
includes you one.
hey guys, listen up. The strike rule, okay? It's permanent strikes, okay? It's not like you get reset every like match. So they will have the score sheets, and next to your team name, they'll be strike 1, 2, 3. You can get strike 1 from here, strike 2 from her, 3 from me, okay? And you can also get strike 3 in a like tandem, meaning if Anthony talks shit to me, strike 1. He's still talking shit. Hey, dude, that's strike 2. You shut up, strike 2. So you can get 3 strikes in a row. So don't try to get 3 strikes in the first match, because that's permanent, right?
Only if you want.
I mean, or do it. That's fine.
Right? So you can. So there's no resetting.
Listen up.
Anthony.
Right? You got it?
Yes.
No resetting of the strikes. Strikes are permanent. Don't talk shit. You can get strikes in a tandem.
Got it.
Okay?
And are we good? At this point, guys,
Line judges.